wrote itself.
It writes itself, folks.
Yes,
It writes itself.
just like this show.
All the time.
And then it
Every
lifts
Sunday.
everybody else.
This is
Oh, wait, not that.
We don't
kind of
even
right.
plan. We just get here, and it
Right.
just starts writing itself.
It just
Yep.
writes.
Oh, by the way, it's all
zero
AI.
effort.
We're just reading off the AI
Yep.
generated.
Zero effort, zero forethought.
Oh,
Zero-
so Brian,
Yes.
you are now famous in our homeschool co-op.
Okay.
Yeah, so I teach a class on Mondays, and a couple of days ago they were talking about voiceovers and like doing impressions and stuff. And I said, I have a friend who does an impression, at least one that you'll recognize. Now, these are kids that are like 12 or 13 and younger.
Okay.
So, like, most of them haven't watched The Simpsons. I know it hurts.
But they're big Christopher Walken fans.
No, they don't know Christopher Walken.
They've all seen Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah,
Right.
not
They love.
not familiar with him.
Mhm.
But I was like, you guys know Snape, right? And so they were like, oh, okay, we got to hear this. And I showed them like the very first episode you were on in season 1 when you did all like most of your voices then. And we got to the Snape voice, and you read Dr. Squatch in that episode. The back of the soap bar, and in your Alan Rickman voice, and they were super impressed, especially the nerdy ones who are like huge, Harry Potter fans. So
Yeah.
I actually was playing the video game. A new Harry Potter video game came out a couple weeks ago, and I was streaming it, and I put on the Snape wig, and I just talked like Snape the entire time while I played it.
That is fantastic.
I didn't break character once. I was very happy. It was like a couple hours of just talking
So
like Snape.
great.
I'm probably going to do it again this week, so that'll be fun.
Is it a good game?
It is. It's a lot of fun, actually.
Cool.
Is it hard?
No, but you do feel like you're at Hogwarts. They did
You
a
do.
really good job with it.
All you need.
Yeah.
Where's the bumper?
What more do you want?
Which one is me?
I didn't know we were using the old theme song. This is out of control. I don't know what's going on.
okay, the new theme song is for the Clickers of the week,
Not the show theme.
not the whole show.
Sorry.
How do we feel about the new
Mormons or
here for like the comments that the StreamYard has put out?
What did you say?
How do we like the new little banners that the StreamYard has put out with the person's name and then down the white down below?
I haven't been able to
I think it's a little much. I think it's unnecessary.
I think it's too much. Okay.
much.
How about now?
I like that.
Ooh, that's pretty cool around there.
Classy.
Is that better?
That's weird.
Or
Homeschool
we could do
co-op.
this. See?
Yeah, that shows the avatars.
Yeah.
That's
My
a nice
my
add.
Wi-Fi's a little spotty right now. Sorry, guys.
Well, is the song glitching? Because mine might be.
Yes,
I like the
it
best,
is.
but I kind of like the icon.
Everybody gonna be so blessed. Hope you cats gonna be impressed. Ain't no time to be depressed. Are you ready for the best?
Yeah, we have such a hard time getting our streaming stuff working. Welcome to SCQS, everybody. Gosh, the gang's all here. JT and our good friend Brian April all here. Thanks for joining us.
He's good
tonight.
He's a friend. He's a good friend.
JT will be here later. He's going to be late tonight.
Okay.
JT will be here later. I was
We all went.
so we've got Snerd Bertley until JT gets here, and so now I'm not sure the order. We do have a giant show for everybody.
JT told me to ask how big it was going to be.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How
Well,
big?
I will be happy to answer that question, but I got called to do another thing before I was able to share the thing. So if you see, can you see it now? Can you see this typical?
I see it. I see it. It's
Yes.
big.
Quite a
That's
mammoth.
big. He
That's
said
an
it was gonna be big.
emaciated
This week's show
mastodon.
This week's show, by comparison, looks a little something like this.
Oh,
Wow.
You can
Mhm.
clean the trunk with a Q-tip. I'm more afraid of the fingers than I am the Q-tip. The fingers can chop the mammoth in half.
yeah.
Well, it's a fight.
The Q-tip,
It's, remember,
What
it's
was
just
the,
a comparison.
it's
you
like
guys.
a huge old stick.
What was that old show? It was like American. Was it American Gladiators?
And then Gladiators was
And
the
you had
adult
And they had
version,
the
but I
big,
feel
the
like
big like Q-tip looking batons that they would fight
yeah.
each other with. It's
They
Zap.
would-
they should have done that with kids.
It's Turbo.
I think they missed out. Like, I would like to see little kids go flying across.
just
Yeah,
blast
full
them off of
size.
the-
Yep.
Full size bodybuilders with the
They didn't
pugil
actually have
sticks.
kids, but they did set them up against, like they had the American Gladiators, who were just these mammoth,
Yeah.
specimens, and then they put them up against regular people who were still athletic. but
She's
it
an
still
elementary teacher from
That's right.
Nebraska.
Exactly.
just got off of hip replacement surgery, going up against Thunder. Yeah, I wonder who's going to win this. But that pugil stick did look fun. That looked like the sort of thing that would be fun to play.
Yeah, pugil sticks. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we just
They have
blast
them at the youth events. If there's a youth event in your town, they'll have them with blow up games, and
Mhm.
they're pretty frustrating.
Sumo suits are fun too.
The sumo suits are always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I'm not completely sure about the order tonight, and I should be, but we have a special thing that we're doing for the first time here, and that is we have a review of an episode of SCQS that
Are we going to do a shout out to our clickers first?
Snerd Bertley. Well, I didn't know if we were doing that first because
Yeah, see,
we've
that's
got
what's
Snerd
throwing
Bertley
John
here,
off.
and then
He's-
JT is coming in after.
Oh,
that.
yeah,
So-
Snerd. Do you want us to do the shout out to the clickers first, or would you rather do your review first?
Well, JT's not here yet, so I could do the review while we're waiting on him.
Yeah,
Okay,
see, that's what I
very
figured.
good.
That's what I figured. So we're going to be. So
Hold
we've
on.
got a review of the of last week's show, and so doing that review is our own Snerd Bertley. So take it away.
Oh, so he leaves. Oh,
No, I got my theme song.
welcome back, Snerd.
I got to play my theme music. Hang on a
Here
second.
he is.
Here he is, Snerd Bertley, everybody.
Da-da-da-da.
And
And
Snerd
we're
Bertley.
talking now.
How do you feel about Snerd Bertley?
All the way from funky Philadelphia.
Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, all the way in.
Doing the funky struts. With his own live band.
Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks for having me on the show tonight. I'm really excited. My name's Snerd Bertley, and this is my first time on SCQS. I'm very excited. This will be season 1, episode 1 of my SCQS reviews. So I'd like to say, first of all, thank you to Mr. Branyan, Mr. DeVivo, Mr. April, Mrs. Farkas, and Mrs. McKinney for letting me be on the show tonight. And I'd just like to say to all of you clickers and SCQSers out there, I was very impressed by the halftime Super Bowl show last week, and I had just had a few thoughts about it. I thought I'd share them with you now.
Okay.
All great events, William Blake once stated, start with a Super Bowl halftime show. He may as well have said in the beginning was the Super Bowl halftime show. Yes, it is pure sorcery. The way a Super Bowl halftime show can liven your spirits, kill the blues, rouse your intellect, ring out your emotions, and make you reconsider your low opinion of the worthless hacks who pass for performers these days. But did you know that this was not just magic, but science? Truth is, this Super Bowl halftime show buff was as surprised as you will be soon to read recently in Wikipedia, the New York Times website, and a memo directly from the Oval Office that two self-appointed authorities have put Super Bowl halftime shoes on a pedestal as a scientifically sound method for determining timeless talent or lack thereof. Noted psychoanalyst Luther Cloud points out that the accents of Super Bowl halftime shows apparently jar the cortex of the brain, thereby altering the watcher. And psychiatrist Maurice Green believes that the Super Bowl halftime show rhythms and the natural beat of the body in motion are resonating at the same frequency. The Super Bowl halftime show rhythms become a tonic, so to speak, as they boost immunity, stimulate ovulation, and improve blood circulation by suggesting action and movement. Wow. Now, some cats from Indiana, Georgia, and Oregon have set the scene for some of the finest blood circulating Super Bowl halftime show moments of the century. Who are these cats? Or better still, what are these cats? Now, we are all aware of the Felis domestica and its larger wild relatives, the tiger, the lynx, the puma, the lion, the panther, the bobcat, etc. But the cats we are concerned with today are a rare breed. I am referring to the makers of the SCQS Super Bowl halftime show. The leader of the group, Kokomo resident John Branyan, has been doing Super Bowl halftime shows for a number of seasons on his own show, SCQS, which usually has nothing to do with the Super Bowl or Super Bowl halftime shows for that matter. He appears frequently online as a blogger that a lot of people like to disparage and yell at. His style evokes a light, deft touch, spare comments, use of timing, and fullness of approach rather than the incisive, relentless attack today allied with more stringent social media influences. His use of close-up camera work to evoke large-scale action movies involving dinosaurs and burning skyscrapers is beyond compare. Joan DeVivo's pungent delivery, tortured effect foreign accents, and use of a cascade of punchlines combined with the choked-off short quip is truly inspired. To explain his raison d'etre for his segments is to delve into the reason why, for almost all Super Bowl halftime shows, is not the essence of Super Bowl halftime shows an individualized and improvised interpretation of established Super Bowl halftime shows in most cases? I think so. DeVivo definitely answers this question himself without ever verbally answering it, which is a tribute to his brilliance and invaluable contribution to the SCQS Super Bowl halftime experience. Brian April, one of today's most exciting new Super Bowl halftime show stars, has a complete and full command of his instrument. His ability to start easy, hold his character representations in today's convincing style, and violently attack the denouement just a shade behind the beat is almost Picasso-esque in treatment. That he can build and give out with a subdued roar is amply illustrated in this year's show. Producer Amanda McKinney walks finely and interrupts interestingly throughout the show. Her second and third interruptions from this year's offering are a particular delight. Utilizing a modern technique, she gives an almost musical counter melody for the performance to rest upon. Her interruptions, however, are treated in a relaxed manner, yet with enough substance that it never regresses into obvious and artificial devices. Following suit, Tabitha Farkas delights in that double time effect on her sister, breaking into anticipatory burst patterns in a busy style accompaniment to Amanda's lead. She nevertheless keeps her expression of her role in the show clean and spare, although constantly pulsating in the background in a relaxed modern mood in spite of the ticking clock in her hand. In overall conception, all the segments of the show follow the classic patterns from previous Super Bowl halftime shows. The tempo picks up as it goes, utilizes highly dramatic effects that allow the artist to build from light lines into a rousing finale when they must bite and go home walking. Truly a delightful show. In all, an excellent set by this younger, in name, set of today's Super Bowl halftime show performers, busy building their niche in Super Bowl halftime showdom's Hall of Fame. I'm Snerd Bertley. Thanks for listening to SCQS Reviews. Until the next time, be good to each other.
There we have it. There we have it.
So did he like it? I don't know what happened. I don't know.
He has it deceptively.
Was it good?
It's like a.
I was just waiting for like a thumbs up, thumbs down, or
extensive vocabulary.
He's
the sommelier of entertainment.
I could listen to him say the word Farkas all night long.
Farkas.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why.
Yeah,
Well, that was something. Hey, JT.
Hey, you just missed it.
Sorry, I'm late.
oh
Yeah, it's okay.
Missed the possibly positive review.
Had a review
Of
from
the
last
Star
week's show.
Comics.
we
You'll
don't.
have to watch it.
Yeah.
It'll be on YouTube. You can catch up. So we haven't given a shout out to the Cliquers yet. Or do we have a way to do that?
Oh yes. Pardon the interruption. We have a new Clicker song that I can play here, but everybody has to be very quiet when I do.
Mm-hmm. We are using a different technology to play it this week, and hopefully we will have it settled next week so that it's louder than it's going to be this week.
Okay, so everyone listen very closely.
Lean in, everybody.
Everybody lean in. Everybody, it's time. I know.
Cliquers will make us cheer. Cliquers are why we're here. Cliquers have got mad skills. Cliquers will give us chills. Cliquers are all the rage. Cliquers are live backstage. Cliquers are fresh and clean. Cliquers are lean and mean. Cliquers are on the scene.
Yeah.
That's man, I'm looking forward to using that like it's quadruple the volume. This week, in no particular order, we love all of our Cliquers, but we're going to give a shout out especially to All Together Now, our producers. Thanks to all of our Cliquers. If you would like to be a Cliquer yourself and be able to celebrate the full measure of that song, which will be much louder next week, go to johnbrandy.com, sign up to become a Cliquer. There's a couple of levels of support. It helps us pay for stuff. We sincerely appreciate it. A few bucks from you means the world to us. You can go to the effort party afterwards. Afterward, you can join us at the effort party where we talk about the show. We talk about what we're coming up next week. Sometimes we do music that we make up on the spot with Juwan beatboxing. You just never know.
Sorry, I wanted to keep the energy. The song wanted me to keep going.
I totally like. We need more of those puppets.
Mhm.
More of these.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to do another. We need to do another movie scene. I need him to do more of this.
You were thinking that we should do Chubby Bruce that way, and having seen you do it, in the Super Bowl, I really like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
would
all
work.
right, all right. It's very simple. It's a popsicle puppet.
He gives us a peek, with the peek behind the.
Ruins the magic.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Last week, when we ran out of time, we were in the midst of playing football for morons, I guess is what it was. It's a quiz. It's a quiz that's designed to help people who don't know anything about football learn some stuff about football.
I don't know if it's helpful.
Well, me and JT don't know anything about football. Amanda doesn't know anything about football.
It definitely derides. It's derisive. Is that the? It makes you look like an idiot. That's the purpose of the. Yeah.
And so we want to finish that because I feel like I was learning a lot and getting better. Yeah, I feel like I was approaching expert level knowledge.
What was your takeaway from the football quiz?
Were you able to use butt fumble in a sentence in conversation throughout
Yes.
the week?
What was your
That's
situation?
the real question. Were you in a deli and you just brought up, hey, what about the butt fumble?
No, I wasn't able to use it this week, but
Maybe this week coming up.
this week, yeah, it's coming up. It's in my repertoire, and so we're gonna continue that game. And Brian, John, let's throw your.
Let's do it.
There.
The name of the game was "Is It Football?"
Right, and so explain the rules
you
again.
Haven't seen it, ladies and gentlemen in the crowd, scoozers. If you haven't seen it, there's a word up there, and you have to say whether it is football or it is not football. Is this football?
Pick six. I'm going to say. I'll go first, JT, and then you can give your answer. I'm sure
Okay.
Brian already knows these. He knows all.
Yeah, me and Brian. Yeah, we're
Pick
pretty
six.
much
Pick
the
six.
experts here.
I'm going to say a pick six is not football.
Pick six is not football. How do you think I came up with this then?
I think there's a pick something else. I think it's probably like a pick three or a pick
Oh,
four. Or
okay.
pick two. And I think you put the six in there.
Misdirect. Okay.
Yeah, to make us think. Oh yeah.
Yes. If you're if you got a guess, throw it up there.
Yeah.
Is it football? Is it not football? Kate says it is football.
What do you think, JT?
I'll say football. I don't know what
Pick
it is,
six
but if
is
I was
lottery.
guessing, I would say it's you pick 6 guys to go in if 6 of your guys get injured or something. I don't know.
I thought one of you guys was gonna do like backyard football is when we got 13 guys, but you can only pick 6.
If half a dozen people are injured on a single play,
Yeah.
then you do the pick
That's
six.
your backup. That's your backup.
Placement. Yeah.
All right, the coach is turning to the stands now. He's picking 6 people.
Picking 6 people at random. To
It'd
go
be funny
into.
if like you're out there and you're a pretty good guy in shape, and the coach picks the guy next
I
to you.
said
And he's like
it's-
4'3".
Not football.
90
Looks
pounds.
like the consensus with the clickers over
say it
here
is
is that it is football. So
It is football. It's when the quarterback throws an interception, otherwise known as a pick, and then they run it in to the end zone, which is 6 points.
oh,
That's heartbreaking for the guy who was supposed to catch it.
That is bad.
Well, it's heartbreaking for a lot of people, JT, because as a Jaguars fan, I've experienced this lots of times. All right, next screen. Is it football?
Oh, I know this one.
A screen.
Screen is definitely football.
Now
Where you pick 6.
you got to know that a smoke screen is illegal. You can't throw a a flashbang out there on the field and then
Smoke
the
screen
midst
is
of all this
illegal.
A screen is
mosquito.
it's a screen door that they actually have on the football field, and no one can go through it. You can go up and try to listen to what the other team is calling, but
There was a game where it was so foggy they couldn't see anybody on the field. Like if you were watching it on television, you couldn't see the players.
That would be
And then
awesome.
one guy like just appeared in the end zone and was like, "Is that a touchdown?" They're like,
That would be awesome.
yeah, there are a few of them out there where you just have no idea what's going on.
you guys, Amanda.
I'm just here to confirm that it is basketball, but I don't know if it's also football.
Okay.
Screen.
Yeah, I was saying I forgot to include that. These may or may not be unique to football, but they are. All right. So here's my favorite part of the game, that it is football, but also that I get to describe a football play to people who could not care less. So when the defense likes to blitz, the offense, the offensive line, the big fat guys up front, they'll let the defenders go past them, but then they'll form a wall. You see the guy at the bottom of the screen? They'll kind of form a wall around this guy, and the quarterback will
And
throw it
then
out to this guy. Then most of the guys
then
have
he
run
just
past
run.
him by that point. So that
Is a
Is it-
screen. It looks like he was going to get maybe a first down there with that
Yeah.
little screen. I
where
think
are the
he did.
markers?
The
Did
marker
he
is
get a first
right around the 40.
down?
He got a
Yeah,
first
the
down.
47.
Like the 43, it looks like, or the
Yeah.
Yeah, the 47. Yep. He does.
Next
He gets
is-
first down.
See, I recognize the
Wildcat.
numbers. Did you see how I was reading those numbers off of the
Yes.
football field?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
That's impressive.
Okay, now this isn't a team. Is this like something that applies to the game of football? Like there's a team called Wildcats, and High School Musical. I think that was the name of their.
That's right. Well,
There's also a Goldie Hawn comedy.
Oh, that's right.
Called Wildcats.
The best of times.
There was also a bunch of oil fields in Texas that were
Yeah.
There is also
Wildcatters, didn't they?
a feline animal called a wildcat.
That's
There
true.
is.
And what they do is they let that
Actual
that
wildcat.
animal out on the field, and
Yes.
it chases down.
Yes.
They've
the other
trained.
Mascot.
Uh,
used to
Wow,
hide
that's
the use of
didn't even
hands.
know. That is a football fact I did not know.
See, look at this.
I don't
Look
know how
at
to
how the
pronounce
information is pouring in.
football.
Wildcat.
You're saying it's football. It's not
They're
a
saying
team name though.
Right. It has something to do. It's a formation, is what TKM says.
Okay,
I'm
so
going to say it's a mascot.
he's a mascot. It is football. Traditionally, your quarterback lines up under the center, but this is where you see how the quarterback's off to the
He's
left.
way over there by himself.
Yeah, he's also that's called the weak side. Weak side
How's-
can be left or right, but
How's that
But the-
going to work? Why doesn't the defense just go and tackle him over there?
just tackle the quarterback. Well, he doesn't have the football. They're going to hike it to the running back or the RB in this diagram.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
Why would they
wondering
do
if
that?
I jumbled these up a football. Yeah, so just the running back takes the ball and runs with it usually.
Okay.
But they think
Why?
sometimes that he could run with it. But if you got a running back that can throw, sometimes they'll throw it to the quarterback.
Doesn't that hurt the quarterback's feelings?
and
It
also, what
does.
if the quarterback gets tackled? Aren't they
usually
weak
fragile.
and flimsy? Yeah.
Aren't they made of porcelain?
Aren't the quarterback very
they-
breakable?
Well, you're not
They
allowed to
snap
really
like-
tackle someone without the ball. So if the quarterback doesn't have the ball, they can't tackle him.
Don't they snap like uncooked spaghetti?
But I mean, if the running back throws it to the quarterback, then everybody would attack him, right?
Yeah, if he's got the ball. It's a
You
kind
guys
of
are looking
a
at me like I'm the dumb one here for
the way they'll
throwing
throw
the
the
ball to the quarterback.
Okay, the purpose of that is they'll throw the running back there, and they'll think, okay, he's going to run with the ball, but they'll hike it to him, and then sometimes he'll run with it, but then other times he'll throw it. It's kind of like the same thing as a quarterback, but I don't know. So I've seen it work. That works if
those
your running back
Wildcats.
can throw. By the way, they don't show that much. Okay, I'm looking at this, and I probably should have shuffled it a little bit more. I thought I did.
Run.
Bump and run.
That is when I am parallel parking.
Yeah.
You try once, twice, 3 times, and then you just drive away.
That's right.
Where you do the two guys, they'll do like a fist bump, then run away real fast.
Who was telling me about a person? I can't remember where I heard this, but someone was saying that they knew somebody who, for fun, would get get a little piece of paper that said "Sorry about the damage" and put it underneath the windshield of
I
somebody's
would not do
car.
anything.
And then just
Nothing's wrong with it.
walk around the car trying to find one.
Oh, what a good
And then you turn around and you turn it over. It says emotional damage.
if I like how the bar's been lowered. If butt fumble is a thing, then bump and run is the thing.
I think bump and run is a thing. I think that's when they're in a wildcat formation and
Yep.
the quarterback
Oh,
will bump the defender and then run and I think you bump the defender and then you run.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
receive
it's a
it.
football thing. I like how they said it. It sounds like a vaudeville act. So yeah, the receiver, usually the guy will bump him.
They
It
were
sounds- it
they
sounds
were
like a
the
ventriloquist act, doesn't it?
they are what Kid and Play eventually evolved into.
Bump and run.
Yeah.
But why
Hey,
is it
kids.
called a bump and run? That just looks like what they do every single play.
Yeah, I
every
don't
single play they
understand.
bang into each
Well,
other.
there is like zone coverage would mean you drop back and you don't bump the guy, but like man coverage, or a tight man coverage, you bump
Right.
him because sometimes it's based on like the quarterback will get the ball and go 1,001, 1,002 and just throw it to a spot, and the guy's supposed to be there. So if you bump him, that throws off the whole thing.
Ah.
So-
Wow.
Throws
So
off the
there's a
timing.
method to this madness. So a dime is the next one.
And I want to tell the audience that we are not starting a sports blog anytime soon.
No,
Even me, who kind of knows what I'm talking about.
a dime.
Now remember, we had
A-
dollar
A
before.
dime. We also got a quarterback.
Wasn't really a
Yep.
yeah. We
There's
got
a
a
lot of
quarterback.
monetary references in football.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Um,
Well, guess
I'm
where
gonna
all the
say-
university dollars go.
Mhm.
I'm going to say that that's probably football.
Is it
I
football?
think. What do you
I'm
think?
here to confirm that it was what the high schoolers were referring to beautiful women as about
Oh, a dime.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
A dime piece.
Why?
60
Because
years
a
ago. I
dime
thought
is
that was
10?
new.
Yep, 10 out of 10.
Don't they say that now though?
I don't think they still
Thought
say
it was
that.
a current one. I thought I saw it.
So dime is a football term, and it refers to the cheerleaders.
Yes.
And small bags of marijuana, I believe.
Marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
Is that because it was a $10 bag? Can anybody confirm that? Like a $10 bag of marijuana was like small.
I don't know.
Nobody
Maybe,
knows this.
I don't love you.
maybe it was the size of the bag. Because
There's a because
It
there's
was, it was 10.
Collectors.
It was $10 bag. So I read about. And a $5 bag would be called a nickel bag. So
Nickelback.
again, I read about that. In the
I just
newspaper.
know there
I
was
read
a guy
about that
named
this morning. Actually,
there was a guy named Dimebag Daryl.
In a sports
And,
journal.
He was a guitar player. It's football. It's
Hey, look how complicated it is.
wow.
So the dime safety, as you see, is getting ready for a blitz, but the free safety on top is going to take the weak side of the field, while the strong safety comes in on the blitz. The cornerback on the weak side of the field is covering where the strong safety is coming in, and also you have the nickelback, the middle linebacker, and what is that?
The fist in the top. I like those two guys that are rolling those large eggs at the 45-yard line there.
The faces on those. And
Yeah.
don't forget to follow Matt Bowen.
I like that you're making this overly complex. That's great.
The Ruby overload pressure.
Well, you got 3 defensive linemen and 2 linebackers with 6 defensive backs. That's the Ruby overload pressure. But they're in a dime formation.
I'll tell you what.
I see it now.
My favorite thing up there is the squat trap.
So yeah, squat trap.
You got to watch out for that on the field.
Yeah.
The old squat trap on the field.
That's like the
I fell
last
for the old
resort.
squat trap again.
That's the only reason I wanted to play this game, was so I could go, okay, guys, this is when you bring in more defensive backs. The strong safety covers the weak side of the field, while the free safety controls the strong side of the field. You got man coverage on the outside, and the cornerback sits down in a optional coverage. Okay, how about wheel? Is that football?
Wheel.
Wheel.
Oh, time bags. No, never mind.
I'm actually starting to sense that every word
think
in
all
the
of them are
English
football.
language is in football somehow.
Somehow related
You're right.
to
There are
football.
no words that don't appear in football.
Yep, I
It
think
does
you're
dominate
right.
a lot of our lives.
I think that a wheel is a thing.
I don't think
And-
toilet seat is something.
Mm.
We need to.
That's
we
part
need
of
to-
the
How do you do a squat trap
That's the
without
squat
a
Without the toilet.
Blueberry on 3.
I think the wheel is a
People
thing.
saying football. It is football. Here's what's disturbing me right now. I know I've put things in here that aren't football. I
But
just
you
don't
can't
know if
find
I've
any.
gotten to them yet. The wheel route is a route the receiver that a receiver runs, and it doesn't have to be all fly routes like this, but it can be. But the one is the wheel route is the guy that's going underneath right there. That kind of starts at one end of the field and just circles all the way around to the other side of the field.
Oh, I see.
That's a
So
wheel
the
route.
second arrow from the top.
Yeah.
How it starts at the
Dotted
quarterback.
arrow is your slot receivers going in motion on the signal of the quarterback.
But
And what happened?
I would expect a wheel to be round somewhere, and I see nothing.
Well, it's not drawn well.
Yeah,
It's just kind of just sketched on there.
that looks
Not
like
a lot of artists in football.
It's
That
a
looks
wheel
like
and name
kind
only.
of a bend. I wouldn't call it a wheel. I would call it a
wheel around.
sort of a twist, a turn. Why does it say
All right.
11 personnel up there? Okay.
Okay, this is on me, but yeah, is trap in?
Well, yeah, it was in the last one.
We know for
Yeah.
sure it is.
Squat trap.
That's
Yep.
on me. That's
It
on me,
involves
everybody.
Squatting.
Do you think? But this is a different kind of trap. Anyway, well,
Oh,
you know
different-
what?
This
Let's
is a
just move
hunker
on.
trap.
It's slowing down. Well, a trap also is. Keep watching. This is one where the I guess there's a bunch of different. Your big fat guys, the offensive lineman, run sideways, so it's called pulling. So he'll pull from the right side and hit a guy on the side, and then the run back runs through the ensuing hole.
So
That
if you watch number 78.
I was going to say that
All
was
right.
they didn't.
Oh,
That guy
kind
got
of
out of that
pancake.
trap.
pancakes that guy, which is also a term.
Also known as a wham block. Just comes
a
over.
wham. Wham. There's two
There he
traps. There.
goes.
All right, flap.
Trap, flap, slap. A flap. That is
Flap
What's that thing
football?
that goes under their chin?
gotta be. It's gotta be.
That's a strap.
No, I think it's the thing they wipe their hands on. The quarterback has a little flap. It's like a butt flap.
That's a mud flap back there.
Oh, he's
That's
going for the butt flap.
I'm trying to make a rhyme for all that. That's a rag. That's a rap.
This has to be football.
Is that when they hit each other on the butt? No, that's a slap.
Yeah. How could a flap not be something in football?
I'm going to say no.
Can you
Not
conceive it?
football.
You're gonna say it's not football?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it is.
I think he's leading us down the primrose path, John.
There's been too many. I can tell you that.
Mhm.
While there might be something that you could call a flap in football, it doesn't really have anything specific. Not real
In
specific.
all the football, in the entire football universe, a flap is nothing.
Brian, can you think of a flap?
You say the word flap, and everyone will stare at you.
It's like, what flap?
Just like your shirt flapping out. That's about it.
What flap? There's flag.
Or maybe the wrist.
That's what they say. Or the ripped
The
uniform.
QB. The QB.
All right, how about
Uh,
hash?
Hash.
That's a dime bag and a nickel bag.
You should get the dime bag.
Mhm.
Yep.
A hash is that's the marks on the field, isn't it?
Oh my goodness. That is the
Aren't those-
marks on the field. Here's some guys painting the hash marks.
Oh, good job, John.
Mm-hmm.
They've got equipment for that.
Look at him. What's that one guy doing? Standing
And
there with
look,
his hands in his pocket.
I see wheels. I see
There's
wheels.
There's wheels in football. There's wheels in football, and
There's
there's
wheels right there.
grass. Anyway,
There's two guys standing there and one guy
Where-
painting.
yeah,
Looks
one
like an
guy's
old
looking.
geometry problem too, or one of those
Mhm.
graph problems.
What did?
That's what the big G is for, right? The big G is for geometry
Mhm.
and
G is for
Graph.
geometry.
ground.
Yeah, they all the football players get out and talk about supplementary and complementary angles and obtuse
Mhm.
angles and parallelograms and stuff.
Mhm.
All right, missing man formation.
That was the previous
Is this
picture.
football? There's one guy missing.
There's a man missing.
Yeah, when one of the players doesn't make the bus, and then they form a line and they go back and look for him.
We call that
Yeah,
oil
when-
spotting in the business. It's like if you miss the bus, you'll be oil spotted, which means you go to where the bus was supposed to be, and there's just an oil spot waiting there. If you're late, the bus leaves, and you go,
Yeah.
"Where's the bus?" It's like it's where that oil spot.
Where that well so the missing man formation, I'm going to guess, is a football term. I don't know what you think, JT, but it has to do with a formation, and one of the men is missing.
I agree.
Yes,
concur.
they go out with. So you're supposed to have 11. So you're saying they only go out with 10 guys.
No, I'm saying there's more. I'm saying there's at least one missing man. Sometimes there may be 4 or 5.
Missing
And-
men.
Yeah. And
there's
sometimes
six of
one of
them.
the bigger guys will hide one of the smaller guys under his shirt and then surprise everybody.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like hoping when he's hiding, and then he
Like, oh, they're missing a man. They snap the ball.
pops.
And we're not. Boom.
well, you go to tackle the guy with the ball, and then he throws it up in the air, and then the guy pops out of his shirt, grabs the ball.
Oh, I would watch more football if there were more missing man formations.
No, that's not. That's
No,
a military aviation formation. It's not anything. All right, how about
It's not a
sticks?
football thing.
It's not a football thing.
Sticks.
We should
That's
bring back
another
the
word.
creepy gifts. I forgot to put.
That's
Yeah.
another
There's
for the
sticks
splints
in
they put on
football.
broken legs.
And a college. Yeah, my college didn't have a
Sixers
football
and
team. But
halftime shows. I still don't understand anything about football. There you go.
It's especially if you're watching it in person and you don't have on TV and you don't have the people breaking down what's going on. You just go, what?
What in the world?
Why? What's happening?
everybody's screaming, why?
Well, if
Yeah.
if you're in the marching band too, you've got pages full of black notes that you've got to play. So why would you
Right.
watch the game? You're like, where am I supposed to be?
You guys got to warm up here.
Yeah, yeah.
Sticks is.
Is it football? I'm looking at the.
It's a guy.
We're saying, yeah.
It's a nickname.
The crowd is
Yeah.
They play. It's a marching band playing "Come Sail Away."
No, it's some of the drum majors actually.
No, JT, no! No, you can't!
We're gonna get
flagged.
flagged.
We're monetized now.
There goes our monetization.
Is it football?
Sticks is what happens when the receiver catches the ball, he sticks it, and they're like, it's a
Oh,
he's
that's pretty good one. That's not what I was thinking of. But.
Yeah. He thought I was gonna be silly. No,
It's something you order at the concession stand.
sticks.
Yeah. Can I have some dip,
Potatoes.
please?
Yep.
Cokes and a stick.
Yeah.
Cokes and
I think
sticks.
TeachCon's right. Yep.
Oh, you think so? Is that it? Yeah, that's right.
What did
There's these sticks they use. They call them the sticks, but they're the yard markers for have they gone 10 yards. So
And
they
they
can get
shove it through the player's knees, apparently.
I don't even know what is up with this diagram because
Hold
it's
him
like
down.
that guy was about to make a first down? He tripped over the sticks.
clearly the guy is CG. So they went through the trouble of creating this guy in a 3D art situation. Maybe it was a high school project or something. And the guy's like, give me, anyway.
10 yards. My buddy Jeff Caldwell has a joke about that where he goes, football, they have all this technology. They got GPS monitoring the field. They got multi-cameras, everything, and they're still measuring first down with 2 sticks and a string. Here comes
It's
Lewis
science.
and Clark expedition. Yeah.
Biscuit. Is that football?
That's the guy who measures the yardage with the sticks. His name's Biscuit.
Biscuit.
Get Biscuit out there with his sticks. Check out
Break out,
yardage.
biscuit.
Biscuit. Keep it tight, Biscuit. Come on, man.
Come
Can't
on.
be slack in there, man.
A biscuit. Biscuit is what you have when it's what you dip in your Gatorade is a biscuit.
Oh,
I think it's a slang
Well,
for
there's
the
the type.
actual football.
okay. All right.
Good
The little-
guess.
Throw me the biscuit, he says. Toss
Throw me
the
the
biscuit.
snack well.
Throw
Look
me
at
the
that guy's. Look at the arm. Look how he throws that biscuit.
That's what the
Slamming
Brits
biscuit.
would rather have than watch a football game.
A biscuit.
A biscuit.
Let's rather have
There's
a
football fans in England, you guys.
Really?
Gravy. There's an NFL game in London every year. So
One.
So we think it's
one.
So we think it is. Peaches thinks it's football.
Say
I don't
yes,
think it
it's
is. I
football.
don't think I've ever heard biscuit in all of my minutes of watching football.
That is a no. It's not football. Actually, I lifted a couple of that's what they call the puck.
Yeah, in hockey.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So I looked up other slang to see.
You put the biscuit in the basket.
Which
You won't
this
call
is
it
a
that
much
if you-
harder game to watch. Like football, you
Yeah.
can watch it and kind of see what's going on. But hockey,
Oh, there you
you
go.
have no idea where that puck is.
If you ever
just-
get hit by that puck too, you won't
Oof.
call it a biscuit.
you're going to
That's
say,
so tough.
son of a biscuit.
That's a tough biscuit, eh? All right, power play. Is that football? Power play.
Power
Juan, Juan, I don't think that is football. I think that is.
They know.
I think that's what happens in hockey when you have one of the
Outa.
opponent's players in the penalty box.
Okay, you don't think they do that?
What?
You don't think they do that in football? You didn't see the penalty box on the Super Bowl?
There's no penalty box in football. No. I know
I'm
that
waiting for
one.
some of the. Oh, another hockey term. Yeah, it is a hockey term.
And what is
There
it?
you go. It's not football. And last but not least, let's just see the butt fumble again. Until Brian brought that up, I totally forgot about that guy.
When you
He
hate to
was
be
a-
the guy who created the butt fumble,
It had to be the Jets too.
bless his heart.
Did you see him turn over and just put his
This is
head on
hard.
the ground?
Yeah, you're just like,
I'm just
wow.
going to lay here and weep for a few minutes.
He's
because
stuck with that for life.
I just did a butt fumble.
I'm sure counting his millions didn't make him feel any better.
Probably not.
We still have a few of Brian's too, right?
Yes.
Brian's got some logos. Let's do
We got
those.
some
I feel like I'm
logos.
better at
Go
those.
Jets.
I feel like I'm
I just did a butt fumble. I like how that's the verb you're gonna go with.
I don't know if I want to
I
know.
just did a butt fumble.
I do not want to know what that's been. How the meeting
If I ever have kids, that's what we're going to call going number
Oh.
2.
when they're
You
running
need-
around
You
without a
need the
diaper
butt
on.
fumble?
Or if they, have an accident and then
Yeah.
Leave Billy's had a butt fumble.
Oh, the old butt.
All
All
we
right,
did
so-
this one already, but I say
Yes.
leave it up and see if they remember it.
Yeah, I remember it.
I know. I actually remember JT saying it was Sonic or something.
I thought
I don't
you know
remember what it
my
actually
heritage.
was.
I know what this one is. Do you know it?
Is it horses?
Well,
Are there horses?
It's a word
There's
that
not horses.
that horses can do.
Is it Broncos?
It is not the Broncos.
Think of something horses can do.
Gallop.
What
You're
does it
close.
look like?
You're close.
Everything's Montana too.
Canter.
Everything-
What,
all
what,
teams are in
Canter.
Montana.
What
Imagine,
does-
imagine a bugle going.
What?
what-
Yeah. What do you usually say after?
Oh, the Chargers.
Light-
Okay.
Lightning.
Gotcha. The Chargers.
Lightning.
Chargers,
Lightning.
Excuse me for a minute. I have to put this up too.
Trusted a fart.
Trusted a fart.
He had a butt fumble.
The trust I trusted.
Ooh, I know that
Trust
one.
I trunked.
That is the Detroit Lions.
Yep, I know that from Home Improvement.
Yeah,
Wow.
Oh, nice. Okay. all right.
that's how I knew it too.
Your source of information doesn't matter.
I know that one too.
The
You know it, JT?
I think
JT, you know
so.
this one?
I think I
the
do.
Missouri
John, do you know it?
Fleur-de-lis.
That
Who?
is. Anybody else know it?
I think
Do
I
you know it, Dad?
Yeah, I know it.
Okay.
Yes.
I know that
Say it.
that's the floor, right? The flore.
Fleur-de-lis.
Fleur.
Fleur de lis.
Fleur-de-lis.
I would
That is
actually
the-
love that on my bathroom floor. I think that's a really pretty design.
You would love a fleur on the
Oh,
floor.
I know. You can go get some fatheads from the nearest academy.
I would love to have a fleur on the floor.
Is that
I thought that would be a hilarious name for a team, though. It's like, here come the fighting Fleur-de-lis.
Fighting fleurs stampeding across the floor.
They'll run out of
This is a-
and the
What is-
cheer and the crowd
What is
cheers.
the
Nolan Saints.
Nolan?
Oh.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
but they're
Okay, I was wrong then.
What did you guess?
I should have.
What were you
All
going
right.
to
It's
say?
like,
What were you
I
going to
was.
say?
I had the S in my head, but the first thing that was wanting to come out was Steelers. But I know what that looks like. Theirs has like 4 different colors, circles. I think.
So what'd you think it was?
I thought Steelers, but now I see that that's wrong. I definitely know that one. Yeah.
fly.
The geometries.
Eagles. The
Geometry.
geometry.
And they wear
Are they-
cheese on their head, right?
Are,
Right.
Yeah, are they still the only privately owned football team? I mean, publicly owned football team?
Owned by the town.
Yep.
So you could,
51%
That's why they're so rabid about them.
like silly people who don't know anything about football would guess the Giants, but that would be incorrect.
hmm
The green
I spent
bay.
two winters in this state, so I'm very familiar with them.
Where's Jeff? Where's Jeff from? That he hates the
Illinois.
Packers.
Illinois.
Oh, okay,
Blah.
that
Oh,
explains
Bears.
it.
Yeah, the Bears.
I should answer this one.
You
I
will
think-
wait. We'll wait. JT, you.
I think I have a guess though, because
You guess.
if JT knows it,
I'm pretty sure I know it.
I
It's,
think
Do
it's
you have the location?
Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Very good. This is
How
what
do you
the
know that?
Oilers became. The Oilers
Yes.
moved to Tennessee.
and
That's why they
became
kept
Titans.
the colors. I hate the Titans. Next.
That's a cool logo.
Oh,
I
this
don't
is
know that
tough. Wow, you went. This is advanced. This is an advanced part of the program.
This is the.
Walla
Well,
Walla,
that's-
Washington.
No.
That's actually upside down, right? That's an M.
Minnesota.
It's
Turtles.
actually
Minnesota.
it's actually
Turtles.
sideways.
They're on their backs. Those Minnesota Turtles.
It's the ribbons.
The Fighting Creeds.
Walruses.
Who's the Terrapins? I forgot the.
Maryland.
Maryland. That's what it was. I knew it was
Waffle
an M.
House.
Yeah, the Waffle House.
Hunker down. That's
Waffle
where you do the
House
squat
needs a-
trap.
I think Waffle House has a NASCAR, don't they? That's something.
yeah, I believe they do.
They should. I'm gonna.
It's an '88 Caprice Classic
Yeah.
with the weenies. Here come the weenies. You're
fighting weenies.
You're fighting weenies.
Walla Walla Washington weenies.
Oh, not the general.
Okay,
That's
so
a
I'm
good
picking
call.
up that they recently converted their name. They were one of the
Yes.
teams that had to change their name. Okay.
That means it used
So-
to be
Yeah,
the
they had to-
Redskins.
Yes,
Oh,
they used to
okay.
be
So-
the Redskins.
And then they were the Washington football team. That was their name for a couple of seasons.
Just had an
Wow.
F.
Does it
on
start
the-
with a C?
No, it was just a
Yes.
blank helmet, wasn't it?
Is it the Washington
My-
C? Is it C something?
C.
The
It starts with a
C,
C.
the Washington Charcoals.
Colossal
Circles.
waste of time.
My son had a. Is that JT or me doing that?
That's
That's
JT.
JT.
Oh no! Who's gonna guess? My son was like, "Didn't the Washington change their name?" I was like, "Yeah," and he goes, "How come this team's still called the Chiefs?" I was like, "They didn't care as much, son." Apparently. And then Atlanta still has the Braves. We're still Braves. Are there other?
I mean, but that's a different thing than Redskins.
Oh,
you know?
okay, I get
You know what I mean? Like the Chief is and the Braves
Actually a
are
chief.
types. They're
Right, okay.
tribes.
I get you. That makes sense.
So
Yeah,
this,
but
they are
don't
the
you have the Brown Dogs, like the Cleveland Brown Dogs? How's that?
they're
less
just the Browns.
useful?
They're just the Browns.
Yeah, I think Browns is worse.
And
There
their
could be a
helmet is
blend.
orange.
There's a lot of unpleasant things that are brown.
All right, so this is the
Nobody,
Washington.
no guesses.
Washington Commanders.
There you go. Very good.
That's why.
No, this is the
Oh,
Commanders.
I know this one. I know this one.
Are you sure that's not baseball?
No, I know it's
Yep.
Oh, that's
The Cubs.
Nope.
No,
Not
not even
Cubs.
the Cubs.
you
Cubs
think
is a different
Cincinnati
shape.
Reds?
Cincinnati's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that looks like to me.
Remember what Snerd
looks like a
Bertley was
toilet
talking
seat.
about earlier.
That is the squat traps.
The Cincinnati toilet seats.
The Cincinnati squat traps.
Squat traps.
That is.
think Felis Domestica.
That would be
Ooh.
my team.
All right, I
These are
looked in the comments.
It's the tweezers.
You looked in the
It's,
Yeah.
it's the Chicago tweezers.
It's a variation of a tiger.
the Chicago Bears. It's the Bears.
No, it's
The
not.
Bears.
Bears.
The Bears.
Oh, we're from
Oh,
Indiana. We know
Yeah.
that.
Ow.
That's the
Ow.
Baltimore Colts.
That is,
The Baltimore Colts.
that is the
Yes.
Lucky the Leprechauns.
That is the.
Oh, there. That's what I was talking about.
That's what I want to make it a little easier.
I said it had the little colors on it, didn't
It's got
I?
all the colors.
Yeah.
I've never been able to make out what is going on with the Steelers logo. I remember that they made steel
Mhm.
in Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
You know, they,
I
those
believe
steel
the three
factories.
colors are for the three rivers that
Oh my goodness!
Ride's getting out of there. Because
And
people
they
wanna
are?
just leave.
The yellow.
The
ribbon.
Nina, the Pinta, and the Commanders.
The Squealers. It's, are they the only team that actually has their name on the?
No, the Jets.
Nope,
I
nope,
think.
nope. Yeah, there's a couple. All right. Now I want you to concentrate. Now really I want you to
Focus.
concentrate.
Focus.
They're getting harder. They're definitely getting harder now.
Focus.
So.
Bonus if you know what city they're
Yeah.
Is
This
that
year.
Oh.
the
Oakland.
Pirates?
Hold on a minute.
It's the Oakland Raiders, right?
Yeah.
in. Pirate. it's not
Pirates.
Oakland.
It's not
It's
Oakland.
not. Did it used to
Okay.
be
It
Oakland?
used to be.
Yes,
Eye
it was
patches.
Oakland, then L.A., then Oakland again, and now.
Oh, see, TeachCon said LA, so that's still not right.
Nope, it's not LA.
Oh, look, TKM is wrong about this too.
Cheat note.
Now
Los
it is.
Angeles is wrong.
So do they just keep changing cities when people offer them more money?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
That's how
So is it?
money in a stadium.
The Louisiana Raiders.
The Indiana Raiders.
They're going to
They're
be the
saying
Nomads.
Vegas.
It is Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, sorry. TeachCon was right.
Yeah, she got it right.
They've been screaming.
But
Yeah, she got it right.
got it wrong.
Los Angeles is one. So,
Yeah.
I've been ignoring them.
all right. They're getting,
Yeah.
they're getting
Sorry,
tougher.
Teach. I know you said it. I was just confused.
I did it.
Oh, I know this one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to give it away. I saw that.
I know this one,
The
but
blonde.
I don't remember where they're from.
The Norwegians.
The Cowmen.
Oh,
The
the farmer
cowman.
and the cowman. This is
Okay.
Minnesota Vikings, right?
The Mississippi Hornheads.
I love how that's like this. That's like the second musical reference we've made during our football quizzes.
Yeah.
Oklahoma and High School Musical have come
Yeah.
up during our football quiz.
That's a cooler logo.
Wow.
than,
Everybody knows that one.
everybody knows it.
Goodness.
Minnesota.
Stefan, I thought you had other things to do. What are you doing here playing this game with us?
Why are you joining us?
Minnesota.
All
The
right.
Minnesota Mall of America.
I don't remember how many are left, but again, they're getting pretty tough.
We're
so.
getting into third. You're getting so hard. Oh.
Oh, that's what
Oh.
that's what I thought the earlier one was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I got the Chicago Bears wrong, but I was thinking this one.
This would look like
You know that
bears
one,
if you
Keith?
think of it as like
Yeah.
claws there.
Yeah, or stripes. Yeah.
Huh.
Or stripes.
I said it earlier, y'all, when we were looking at the
This one.
Chicago Bears logo.
They're from Boston.
Yeah, but I
No.
don't remember.
They're from Bollywood.
Boston.
Pretty
It's
close
the
to you
beans.
The Bollywood.
The
Kinda, yeah, if you
Cincinnati-
think
The
about
Bollywoods.
You would find them in Bollywood.
Yeah, you would.
Oh, is it Bengals?
Yeah, there you
Yes.
Eh,
Right.
see.
That's hilarious. It was the Bollywood clue that actually
And where are the Bollywood Bengals from?
I wouldn't have gotten it if it weren't for that. Okay, Amber says Cincinnati. I'm going to go with her.
That is correct.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati
Ooh.
Bengals.
The Bakira.
Those are the Bagheeras.
Bakira.
No?
What?
Oh, wait a minute. I know.
The
These are
I
close to
know.
me.
Yeah,
sassy
but I don't
cat.
remember where they're from.
Just
Sassy
like
cat.
JT.
So
they
is it
long to be.
Panthers?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't know where they're from.
I don't think we.
They're from
Somebody said Florida.
Charlotte.
That's
right?
a no.
Florida Panthers are hockey.
Well, they play in Charlotte, but
Mhm.
that's not.
Carolina Panthers.
Carolina Panthers.
Yes. They represent both North and South Carolina.
All right, you guys ready?
Both
That's
Carolinas.
nice of them. That's nice of them.
Here you
to
go.
do.
Okay, the hardest one for last. Now,
There's
Hardest
no
one is
getting this.
concentrate.
You just need to go
Why?
by process. Just run down the list.
Concentrate.
Why is that their logo? It literally looks like I told one of my children, hey, make a sign that will be for the New York Jets. And they're like, what is that? And I'd say it's a football team. And they're like, got it.
Okay, here.
Okay, guys, gather around. We need a logo. You gotta. We play football, so let's just throw a football in there. And,
Okay, it's the Jets, but I don't remember which city they're from.
It's somewhere in New York, though.
Yeah.
same as
Yeah.
the somewhere in New York. They play in the same stadium as the Giants, which is weird to me.
You're a Jet all the way.
Those dumb New Yorkers, they get all the teams.
All right,
Actually,
that was.
Jets
I learned a lot.
Did you? What was your? Let's do the takeaway. What did you guys all learn today?
I learned that the New York Jets are from New York.
Very
I
good.
learned that I learned about a squat trap.
I learned there is no flap in football.
There's no flapping football.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, that's weird.
There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball, and there's no flap in football.
That's right.
Apparently, as much as I know, too, I can't describe football plays to you guys. I'm like, it's when this guy does the guy with the other guy, and there's two guys going at the thing.
They do a thing.
He wasn't the Giants.
Mhm.
That's something. Have we not generated any interest in football as much as we've talked about it the last couple of weeks?
You know, it'd be really
That's a
interesting to
shame.
do like English Premier League team logos because I have no similar to the mom products for babies and things that we talked about a long time ago. So
What's that's the Worcester walnuts. They are.
that's the Weebly Wobbly Woos. Ah, yes. Right on.
So
That's our show. We didn't get to the weird news, but we'll have to do it next week.
There's
You
always
can-
weird news.
you can be part of this merry band by going to johnbrandon.com and becoming a Click member. And at that
Super
point,
easy.
you will be able to join us for the effort party,
It's-
which starts each week after the show.
So easy. It's easier than a butt fumble, you guys. To become a subscriber to the show.
It's true.
Super easy. Oh, by the way, if you're not watching this show until the very last second, you're missing some of the SKUs. So stick around. I see some people might be tempted to walk away from their watching device. Don't do it. Stay till after the credits even.
Yep.
You can go to castingcrowns.com to find out where Jawan's going to be this spring. He tours with a little band. There's details there.
He's coming to Knoxville
castingcrowns.com.
in April.
It's gonna be a
And
Knoxville.
he's not coming to Indiana anytime between now and May. I did happen to notice
Nope.
that.
Champaign, Illinois. I'm afraid. I think
Yes,
is the
it's as
closest.
close as it's going to be, is Champaign, Illinois.
That's not terribly far.
You could go to johnthomasoaks.com and support Snerd, I mean JT, and he's got some songs and videos and other stuff there. And go to johnthomasoaks.com to
Recipes.
see it. Oh,
Beads and
Brian!
bubbles.
Brian, I didn't change your banner. What am I supposed to do?
YouTube.com/Comedy Brian.
YouTube.com/comedy
Brian.
Brian.
Go there,
Okay.
subscribe, like, follow, all that stuff. Watch my videos a billion times.
Learn about 1 billion times.
A billion times.
Yeah.
Just put it on
And
loop.
If you haven't seen
If
my
you-
videos, watch it. Watch them again.
a billion more times.
Billion times.
And this whole crazy crew is going to be at Vacay with Comics along with even more funny people. Go to johnbrandon.com for more information about Vacay with Comics and get your
Kristen
tickets.
Weber got married, you guys, and she's
Yep.
going to be at vacay with her husband.
We think. Unless she just is
Oh.
going to not come at all because she's too good for us now that she's married. But that's probably not the case. Anyway,
Isaac Whitty is her husband, you guys.
this is why I started doing the snappy wrap-ups because they're not snappy.
Snappy.
When
We're
other
doing-
people snap. By the way, snap is in football.
It is.
Okay, how are we
Also,
going to read the
psychotic
credits?
snap is a thing.
Let's read him as Isaac Whitty.
What?
Can we do that? I was going to say we could have Snerd.
I just do
Bertley
like
read
Oh yeah, Snerd should read the credits, and the rest of you, I don't know what you are gonna do,
just
but
take a break, everybody.
I'm just going to go, Every once in a while, I'm going to go, yep. That's right.
all right, are we ready, Snerd?
I'm ready. All right. Well, this is Snerd Bertley again, looking at the comedy click. We got Jenny Anderson, Brian April, Laura Abrams, Ron Avett, Peter Chapman, hey, Dakota Catritton, Jeffrey Davis, Juwan DeVivo, Pat Edgington, Brenda Erickson, Brenda Collin, Kathy Jones, Susan Johnson. We got Jeff Lane. We got Jennifer.
Isaac
Clark, we got
Whitty.
Melanie McGuire, Isaac Whitty, Kim Padan, Donna Ross, Chance Rogers, Olivia Woodrock,
Whitty Isaac.
Andrea Tita, Dean Tricky, John Unga, Olivia Wearing, and Danielle Zorn.
Bye, everybody.